What is up, my friends and fellow collectors out there? Today we have Transformers! Soundwave is in the house. It's time for Nerdgasm. Transformers! Welcome back, my friends, fellow 80s kids and Transformers fans. In the house today, we got Threezero's Soundwave, part of the Bumblebee movie that came out. I can't wait to get this thing out of the box. It's because it has that Gen 1 look. I love that. If this is your first time on the channel, we do a lot of talk of collecting on this channel. We do unboxes of toys, of figures like this, of cool looking statues. We go on toy hunts. We do a lot of good stuff like that. So if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date on all of the content. So all right, this one right here is not mine. This one belongs to my good friend Seth, my partner in crime. He wanted me to take and unbox this and give you guys a look at it and show you some posing options to give him some ideas about what he's gonna do in his display room. So that's what we're gonna do today. We got this one over at Comic Concepts because Comic Concepts has the touch. If you're looking to buy Transformers, if you're looking to buy Hot Toys, if you're looking to buy statues from Prime One Studios and Sideshow, Comic Concepts is the place to go. They have some really good pricing on their stuff and a good range of selection. So make sure you check out the link in the description below to get to them. So this thing has a really awesome box. You can see it's got Soundwave here on the front. I believe it opens up, and there you got Soundwave on the inside, which looks really cool. You spin around to the back, you got the Decepticons logo, Transformers on this side. You know, it's like I'm looking at the screens the wrong way. Bumblebee, all right, and then Soundwave, and then we're back to the front. All right, and when we break it out of the box, you get a warranty sheet for your figure. You get a pretty extensive instruction manual. This kind of reminds me of when I used to buy Transformers as a kid, you know? And you had all the different instructions on how you transform them and all that stuff. So I'm gonna probably have to look over the instructions before I really get into it. And then you got the figure in this plastic container. Break it open. All right, and there is Soundwave. Wow, this thing is dope. It's big. All right, this is a DLX figure. Let's see if he can stand. Yeah, he can pretty much stand on his own, man. These things pretty much hold up their own weight. That's dope. All right, very cool. All right, and then you get a ton of accessories. So let me bring you guys in so you can see a close-up of all this. So extreme close-up! All right, with your DLX Soundwave, you get a ton of swap-out hands. So you got like this hand here, you got another open hand like that, you got open palm like that, where you can like slap somebody or something, or just, you know, make commands. You got another one right here. It looks kind of like he's holding a weapon. So you got like a trigger finger. You got another side of the open hand. So again, same stuff. What I do like about these things is they all have really nice detail. You can see the weathering on it. It has that metallic finish, which looks really good. So nice job on that. So all the hands are pretty much the same in that way. You get his cannon that he's known for, which that looks really cool. All right, you get a really dope looking blaster rifle or something. I like the detail on this. Check that out. Really, really cool. Any moving parts on this? No, everything's kind of stiff there, but it looks good. All right. You get, don't know what that is, some kind of mechanism that connects somehow. I'm gonna have to read the instructions to figure out where that goes. It's probably to hold the cannon on his arm. And you get some other type of blaster type thing, missiles, and you get some more mechanized parts like that. Again, I'm gonna go over the instructions just a little bit and plug them all in before I do anything further with the poses. And then lastly, you get his cat, which I think his name is Ravage, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember anymore. It's been a long time since I've seen Gen 1 Transformers, but I like the detail on it. Looks really cool. And I like that it transforms into that box, so I think we should be able to plug him inside of Soundwave, which would be cool. Wish they had the bird. I think the bird would have been dope. I wonder if it's hidden somewhere, and I don't know. But again, I'm gonna have to read the instructions. All right, and here is Soundwave himself, looking really, really awesome. There is a light up feature in the head, but they didn't provide any batteries for it, and I can't stand it when they don't provide batteries for these figures, especially if they have light up features. And for the price point, and I kind of wish they would just throw the 2 batteries that are required to put this in. So for that, I'm gonna say, boo this man. Boo this man. But as far as an awesome looking figure, this thing is really, really cool. I love the whole design of it. It has that Gen 1 feel, but more modernized, which is great. Lots of nice details in it. Check that out. All right. As far as articulation goes, there is some limitations that I'm not really feeling so much. So you know, right now I got it positioned here with the cannon. The cannon can swing back like that, which is really cool. Get that out of the way. Your head can turn in all kinds of directions. You can go side to side with the head. You can go forward and back with the head. So lots of options there for movement with the head. The arms itself, they do articulate up. You just got to make sure you get some clearance here with the shoulder pads. So you can see like that. They got the full length that way, which is great. Going forward and back, you can go forward like that, and you can go back all the way. It's got a single ball joint right here at the arm, which allows for that, and that works just fine. What I don't like about it is there's no twisting action at all in the arm. So you can't twist the arm at all. It just goes forward and back and side to side. That's all you got. All right, you have a double joint here at the elbow, which allows the arm to get up pretty high like that, which is great. Okay. And you have twisting here at the wrist and a little bit of articulation back and forth at the wrist. So you can get the wrist doing what you want to do. But you definitely can't get this like twisted arm look to the figure. So that's going to limit me when it comes to posing in that sense. Now in the waist area, you do have a lot of motion that you can get by pulling out these parts here at the waist. So you got to make sure you get these parts out pretty far because they are delicate. On the sides here, there's some soft plastic, so that gives you a little bit of motion there, all right? But then you can get a good range of twisting, which is cool, okay? And then you can also tilt forward like that, so you can have them aimed forward if that's what you want to do, all right? Going into the legs also have a good range of motion, but you have to make sure that you pull out these flaps here on the side. So they come right out, and there's a swing that brings it down. So you want to make sure you get them both out that way, down like that, okay? And then that'll allow you to pull the legs out like that, so you can get a nice split, okay? And then also, when you want to go forward and back, you want to make sure you get these parts here up, and then you can get it to go forward. And then the same thing back. There's a flap here on the back that you want to make sure you pull out a little bit so you can get the leg to go back some. All right, so you have a little bit of range there. Same as with the other, you can get some side action like that to give it a little bit of a twist, but you can't twist completely. All right, there's no articulation down here in the calf area in the lower leg other than at the knee, and you get a double joint right there, which allows you to spin the leg back like that. Okay, and then at the ankles, you have side to side motion like this, and you can go tilt it back like that or tilt it forward, and there's some articulation at the toe. And that's really about it. There's some flap articulation here too for a little bit more movement. So that's really about it. It's time to do some posing. All right, so here's the first pose. Got a commanding pose here. Got Soundwave with Ravage out, looking like he's telling him to head over there. There's a few things that I kind of wish they would have done. First of all, I wish they would have included Laserbeak. I had looked that up, but I got the name. I would have liked to seen Laserbeak. I think it would have been kind of neat to have him kind of perched on the arm, looking like he's about to take flight, or even better, being able to show him with the door open and Laserbeak kind of jumping out, looking like he's in mid-transformation. I think that would have been awesome to have. Another thing that I think is kind of a fail is they only give you one hand with these pointing fingers. This looks very similar to the ones that came with Optimus Prime, so maybe Optimus has the other hand and you could swap them out, so I don't see much of a difference there between that and the one that Optimus has. But I think it would have been neat if they had this for both hands, so you can have them commanding in either direction. So I had to kind of use this hand here, which kind of has a little bit lazily having the fingers forward, but this one here I feel has more of a commanding presence. So that's about it. Otherwise, it balances really well. You see I don't have the display with it. It's got a really hefty display if you want to use it, but it balances really well and it poses pretty well too, so really cool. So nice work. Let's knock out another pose. All right, so now we got the next pose. Not too much different than the original one in terms of the legs, just that I got now the arm extended out with the blaster out, and then I have him looking like he's opening up the trap door, which releases Ravage, which I think is another really awesome feature of this figure. I like that you could transform the Ravage back into the cassette, which is also why I wish they included Laserbeak, because I think that would have been kind of neat to have
that as well. Give you options to swap out. Maybe even if they would include that as an extra part to buy, I would pick that up if I had this figure and it was mine. But yeah, again, same thing like as before, really good balance, and I love that you have the ability to take this extra character Ravage and put him into the bay door. I think that is really cool. All right, let's knock out one more pose, and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, here's my third and final pose. Kind of just like a hero pose, I guess you're gonna say, or a villain pose since he's a bad guy. I got the cannon out this time, got Ravage out again, gun up in the air and everything to give it kind of a balance. Again, balances really well, so I like that. Love the design of it all together. He's a really cool looking Transformer, I gotta hand it to them. And I like that it's the Generation 1 style with a little bit more of a modern take. So I dig that when it comes to this figure. The only things that I can say that I wish they would have done with this figure is a few things. 3 things I think they should have done. 1, they should have included Laserbeak. I think that would have been a nice addition to this. Even if it would have cost us another $50 for the box maybe, I would have been okay with having a Laserbeak as an addition. I wish they would have given the pointing finger to the opposite hand. And for God's sakes, if you're gonna give us something that requires batteries, especially special kind of batteries, put the freaking batteries in the box. That's the only thing that I think they should do. I mean, that's across the board for everybody. Hot Toys, for Threezero, for whoever. If you're gonna need special batteries for it, put the batteries in the box. Unless, you know, it's AA or something like that, or anything that's readily available at the grocery store, then I can understand that. But something like these, I'm gonna either have to order them on Amazon, or you know, you have to go to the special battery store to go pick them up. So that's it. Other than that, this thing is badass. I love the way this thing looks, and it's a great addition to the Transformers collection. So, as always, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this Transformer Soundwave. And until next time, guys, keep it marvelous.